Hello, everybody. My guest today is Gautam Jain. He is the co-founder. He's an experienced co-founder with a demonstrated history of working in the logistics and supply chain industry. Today, working on Go Comet. He's skilled in business planning, product strategy, operations management, and sales. He's a strong professional with a bachelor in technology major in computer science and engineering from IIT Delhi. All right, Gautam, you ready to take us to the top?
Sure.
All right. What is Go Comet, and how do you guys make money?
All right. So GoComet is a logistics resource management solution. We are an enterprise SaaS company.
That's great. And what do you? So help people understand what you deliver.
Sure. So we essentially solve the problem of opaqueness and inefficiency in the export logistics processes. So
Which
just
is
to
what?
Give an idea.
Give me an example of what
yes.
that market is.
I'll just give an example. So export logistics is when any manufacturing company transports goods internationally, and that is the big containers, the air freight that we see for all the movement of the manufacturing companies and the agro commodities. This movement is this is freight spend of $2 trillion dollars annually globally. So this freight spend is almost all of it is happening on emails and phone calls. Right. So this is the industry due to the large companies face a lot of inefficiencies in managing these shipments. Right. And that is where we come in. We help companies give the companies a logistics resource management solution where their processes are digitized and hence the problem of opaqueness is resolved.
Okay. And how do you bill? So on average, what are people paying you per month or per year for this?
The companies are paying us quarterly and the contracts are annually.
Okay, and how much are they typically?
The typical size for a company is approximately $15,000 to $100,000 per annum.
Okay,
that's a particular contract size.
Okay, that's a big range, though. Would you say the average is probably $15,000 a year?
The average is probably $15,000 a year. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So $15,000 a year or $1,200 per month, but they have to pay annually.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, they have to pay quarterly, actually.
Quarterly. Okay, so what is that? That's like $3,600 per quarter, something like that?
That's right.
That's great.
This varies a lot depending on the size of the company that we are dealing with.
Well, so tell me about that. So what are the pricing axes you price against? Is it number of containers shipped or number of seats? What are they?
They are the number of containers shipped.
Okay.
In case of air, it's the number of shipments.
Say that again?
In air shipments, it's the number of shipments.
Okay. So air is number of shipments. And then what would like an average, like your largest customer, how many containers per month or per year are they sending?
Our largest customer, they are sending about 100,000 containers a year.
Oh, wow. And the smallest customer is sending about how many?
Our smallest customer is sending about 50 shipments a month, which is approximately, 600 a year.
Okay, interesting. And when did you launch the company? What year?
We launched this company in 2016.
2016. That's great. And how many customers are you working with today?
We are working with approximately 50 large enterprises. So
50 or 15? That's great. Okay, so can I take 50 times the price point you just gave me? It means you're doing about $60,000 a month right now?
That's right.
Congratulations. That's great.
Thank you.
What were you doing exactly a year ago in January of 2018?
Oh, so we were 1/5 of the revenue. So basically, we have grown 5 times in the last 1 year.
Okay, so that means you're doing about $12,500 a year ago. Now you're doing, call it 62 grand. That's nice growth.
Thank you so much.
How are you getting the growth? What growth channel are you using to sign up these 50 customers?
So ours is the direct point of sales with the large enterprises.
Okay, but to be specific, the first customer you had to hustle to close. What'd you do? Where'd you find them? How'd you get connected?
Cold calling. All of our customers are obtained through cold calling, and now we are starting to get references from old customers.
Okay, how do you get their phone number?
Oh, it's calling on the board line and finding about the person on LinkedIn, and then calling on the board line to get connected to the person, pitching that this is what we can provide you. This is how we have been helping other companies. And hence, after that, the meeting is obtained. In that meeting, we share our solution. That is how we have been helping companies.
Okay, but be specific. So the start of this is a LinkedIn search. What terms are you searching on LinkedIn?
Actually, we already know the companies that we have to target, right? So, for example, if you're targeting the major, we have a list of the biggest exporters of any country, right? In that country, you will see the top pharmaceutical companies, top agro commodity companies, which are companies like you can say Olam International, Sun Pharmaceuticals, which are the biggest companies of the world, right? Now, in them, you have to find who is the right point of contact, right? So that there you go to LinkedIn and you are able to find probably see chief financial officer or VP of supply chain. Once you find the name of the person, you go to Boardline and you call or you send an email.
That's great. And how are you getting their email?
The email is mostly guessed.
Okay. And how are you getting the phone number? Just from their website?
The phone number is obtained from the website. Yes.
That's
Calling
great.
the receptionist and connecting the person. Yeah.
Okay. So where did you get this list from? Did you just scrape it from like a marketing website or something?
Oh, it is available freely on the Google.
But what did you search on Google? Just like top exporters in the US?
That's correct.
Okay. And most of your customers are agriculture or pharma?
Most of our customers are pharmaceuticals, chemicals, and agro-commodity companies.
Interesting. Okay. Have you bootstrapped this or raised capital?
We have raised a seed round 2 years ago in the end of 2016.
How much?
And that round was about $300,000.
Okay. And that's all you've raised to date?
That's all we have raised to date.
That's awesome. I love that. Staying lean and mean. Okay. Now, are you burning cash today or are you profitable?
Oh, we are about break even right now.
Okay. And how many team members do you have?
We have a team which is 30 members strong.
30?
30.
That's great.
Yes.
Where's everyone based?
We have actually 5 offices spread across 3 global locations. So we have offices in Singapore, Bangkok, and in India, we have offices in Mumbai, Delhi, and Bangalore.
That's great. Okay. So basically a remote team all spread out.
That's right.
That's great. Okay. Talk to me about churn. Have you lost customers?
Actually, retention is one of the biggest parameters for us. The one thing important is that these companies, each of them is doing all of the shipments on our platform, since this is an LRM solution for them, right? Secondly, we have not lost any company. Once these companies are they have their legacy processes. Once they start using the platform, it's very difficult for them to leave the platform.
Okay. So net revenue retention annually is about what?
Net revenue retention is about, I would say, 95%. The 5% loss is due to sometimes change in the structure of company or change in the export structure of the company.
Okay. So that's 5% kind of gross revenue churn per year. Do you have any expansion revenue or no?
Oh, we do have. And that's actually starting right now. So yeah, not really numbers on that for the past 6
Okay.
months.
So you're just kind of turning that on.
That's right.
Okay, very good. That's good stuff. And then what are you spending fully weighted to get a new customer that's going to pay you, call it $15,000 for a year?
So our ratio of CAC and LTV, so that is about 1:5.
Okay, and what do you assume lifetime value is in dollars?
Lifetime value of a customer, well, we haven't seen much of a churn right now, right? So it's still going through that phase, but we see that the lifetime years in terms of average should be 5 years.
Okay, so you're taking 5 years at $15,000 a year.
$15,000 a year multiplied by 5, so $75,000 is an average customer value for a medium level customer.
Yep. So if you're saying basically your ratio is 1:5, there I can take $75,000 lifetime value divided by 5. You're willing to spend $15,000 to get a new customer.
That's right.
Okay, which means you get paid back in about a year.
We get paid back in a year, definitely.
That's great. Very cool. All right. Now, of the team of 30, do you have any inside sales people? Do you have an inside sales model or no?
Not right now. We only have a direct model where we have enterprise sales professional team.
Okay. Now, sometimes when people raised and they raised like 2 or 3 years ago, it's a good time to ask them, hey, are you raising right now or selling to your number one competitor? Which one are you doing?
We are raising right now.
Okay. How much are you raising?
So it's still under the wraps, but we should be publicizing it soon in a couple of months.
Well, sorry, don't tell me what the actual term sheet says, but what do you hope that you raise? Are you talking like $1 million or 10 million or what?
So it's between $2 to $5 million.
Okay, so you want to raise, and by the way, don't say what you actually have. Like, don't say what's on the term sheet. I'm just talking about for your business. In an ideal world, you want to raise about $2 million.
That's correct.
Okay. And again, don't say what's actually on your term sheet, but what kind of valuation would make you really happy to raise that 2 million on?
Probably 5x of that.
Okay. So and how do you get to this? So you're basically saying raise $2 million on a 10 million pre-money valuation.
That's right.
And how do you get to walk me through what's going on in your head? How do you get to that?
Oh, so that is actually more of a, you can say we have a plan on how we are going to expand. We know the demand, right? It's pretty very interesting to see that the kind of product we have built, even in Southeast Asia and Middle East, there is no product like that, right? Which companies are using en masse, right? So it is a huge potential opportunity for us, right? And that is what we are going to go for. We know what is the plan. We have a successful working model of acquisition of companies. We have a successful retention model. Companies are super happy with us, and that is why we are we know that we can capture those markets, and that is how we are arriving at a valuation.
That's great. Very good. All right, let's wrap up here, Gautam, with the famous five. Number one, what's your favorite business book?
Oh, Lean Startup.
Number two, is there a CEO you're following or studying?
Elon Musk.
Number three, what's your what billing tool do you guys use?
I'm sorry?
What billing tool do you use?
Oh, we use Zoho.
Zoho, okay. Number four, how many hours of sleep do you get every night?
Actually, I sleep a lot, so 8 hours.
That's good. And what's your situation? Married, single, kids?
I'm single.
Not married, no kids. And how old are you?
I am 25. I just turned 20.
I love that. 25. All right. And so last question. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
I'm sorry?
What's something you wish you knew when you were 20?
So I wish I would be reading more. I would be getting more knowledge from experienced people. I would be networking with the mentors to help me develop faster.
Guys, read more. Go comment. Again, freight and shipping management, 50 customers that each paid $1,200 a month, doing about $62,000 a month right now in revenue, up from 12 grand a month just a year ago. They price based off number of containers shipped, or if it's in the air, it's number of shipments. The way they got their customers, they cold called all their customers. They got a list of the biggest exporters from any country, looked up in the VP of supply chain or CFO on LinkedIn, then hustled to either call them or email them to ultimately close them. They've raised $300,000. They're break even today, hoping to raise $2 million on call it, maybe a $10 million pre, team of 30, all remote, 5% gross revenue churn per year, no expansion yet, but they're turning that on. So 95% net revenue retention today, spending 15 grand to get a new customer, which they get paid back then, obviously there in about a year. All right, Gautam, thank you so much for taking us to the top.
Thank you so much. It was lovely speaking to you.